All right. Last time. For real this time. Last time. Our intrepid heroes, having chosen to guide Anna, the Burgomeister's wife, the Burgomistress, back to Vallaki in search of a wedding dress to fit this corpse bride of Strahd. You encountered a bit of a trap laid out for you on the road. Werewolves. That constant howling you hear in the night now taking on a new, more terrifying form. But you did quickly dispatch many of the assailants, but not before several of the party were mauled.
Rest in peace, Sturdy.
Fighting through the sadness and the untimely death of our poor mule, Sturdy. May he rest in peace. You managed to make your way back to Vallaki, having a bit of an interaction at the dress shop. Jay, you were promptly thrown out, and are now in search of additional means to say yes to this dress. As you all gathered yourselves back at the Blue Water, though, Cole decided to have a one-on-one with Danica regarding her connection with the Keepers of the Feather, when suddenly she was struck with some terrifying news that the Wizard of Wine's winery had been attacked. Cole, as you watch, she drops for a little bit, her hand grabbing your arm, tears flowing down her eyes. She pushes you aside and rushes through back into the tavern. And that's where we'll pick up.
I just, I'll rush in, right on Danica's heels.
Immediately, the tavern itself is alive. Durango has done his best to raise the mood and raise a little coin as he has been performing. The Anna and her company, those surviving members of her group, have begun to replace their sorrow and their mourning with a bit of celebration for those that they lost. Everyone blissfully unaware. As you make your way towards the bar from the back of the establishment, the room to the side, you see that large, burly husband of Danica's, Owen, holding her as she sobs. He looks at you for just a moment before he looks back at his wife as he tries his best to console her.
Can we see this from the main room?
Make a perception check.
$15.
23.
23. Yeah, so I'd say Ash, you definitely see it. Although you're not certain what you see, right? It's difficult to it's sort of difficult to make out from that angle, right? Because there are the kegs and the taps and everything sort of block your view of her rushing into the kitchen. I'll give you a sort of visual representation here of what I'm talking about. So, but you do see Danica rush in, and you think you hear the sound of cries just above softly just above the Durango playing his lute.
Ash will kind of just bump Tenza with his elbow and kind of throw a nod over to the kitchen with an eyebrow raised.
About that moment, I'm gonna come out of the kitchen. Just, sort of head down and just say, hey, they... Strahd raised their winery. They're dead. All of them.
Huh.
Yeah, Danica's inconsolable.
It's hard to imagine why.
I suppose we'll have to go back there and see what we can, I don't know, cover.
There's nothing to do. If they're dead, they're dead.
Yeah, I think we pissed them off.
And besides, Mr. Resh, it would appear that we have our hands full already. We could not be taking our precious cargo near such a place.
Yeah, I guess you got a point.
I didn't realize getting a dress would be quite so traumatic for someone so lordly.
Well, I think the reality of the world is a little scary for anybody who's a little lordly. Ash will just kind of raise a glass up and tell folks at the winery.
Cole will actually go behind the bar and start, Danica's in no position. So. At this point, familiar with what casks have what in it, and just pour a couple for the toast. Not saying much, just throwing them out, throw some silver on the bar.
Puts a bit more pep in my step, I'd say. You can see, like, in that blue, the green completely wisped away to deep red through his hair.
Oh, it's the fun one. All right. So what we do now? We just stay the course?
I guess. I don't think we really got time to piss around anymore.
Got too loud.
We're only gonna get louder.
The louder we get, the more people are gonna die.
Right. So, here's my thought. Get this dress made and ask him to hold on to it for a little while. Lie to Anna and let her know that it's going to take some time. Let her stay here with Ismark and Bumblefuck, what's her name? Irina. There you go.
Well, it's gonna have to be someone else request the dress. We sort of
Right.
Fuck that up.
We've already talked about that. Durango and I are going to go speak with them tomorrow.
all right.
But get that underway, and then the four of us should probably consider slipping out and doing what we originally set out to do, which was everything that we found so far with the sword, with the amulet, with the girl, all of these things. Move on to the next step. But no more friends that come back here.
Yeah. So what's next? Do we head north for the wizard? Head south to that temple?
Oh, we're killing that angel with that celestial.
Not yet. I don't think that's wise. I don't think that's the right thing to do next. I understand you want to do it. We'll do it in front of Strahd. I'm telling you.
I don't know why I listen to you. Alright.
Hey, I want to get rid of that guy too, but at least for the time being, he's not, hurting our cause. He's not really.
He's mutating
Harmony.
people.
Yeah,
Right, but that's
he-
not fucking with us any.
And he's also not grabbing new people to mutate. So he's not progressing, as far as we can tell.
Look, I don't like it any more than you do. But I don't
I would
think it's
very much
wise.
like that the next time we see this thing, that it be the last, if you take my meaning.
I understand. That's why I'm saying we leave Anna here with Ismark and Irina, send a letter to her husband through the servants that are here, and go and gather what we can. After that, after that, we'll come back here, gather Anna, go back, get her there safely, take the girl, the angel, to the castle, or however he intends for this ritual to happen.
I think bringing two powerful things together and trying to kill them, Strahd ain't just gonna let us kill it. I think it's a terrible idea. We should kill them ways separate.
Right.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Not now. It's fine for not now. But having both in the same room to try to fight both of them ain't
I'm
seem
not
like
saying
it.
to try to fight them both. I'm saying pick one side that you want to see more dead first, and let the other whittle the other down.
I think they're sort of on the same team, mate.
I understand that.
So it would be us versus two of them.
No. Based off of what that angel was saying, based off of what that celestial was saying, that fucking abbot up there on a hill, and as he's like speaking, that red's getting a little bit heavier and a little bit heavier. He just says, he's not a friend of Strahd. He's literally just doing it so that way the people are no longer having to suffer as much. It's not wise. I don't think it's the smartest idea. I don't think it's the greatest plan. But allowing those two stronger entities to whittle each other down first, we could stab one of them in the back, whichever one's weaker first, and then take the other one out, while we just stand there and make sure that the girl who was supposed to be sacrificed to this fuckstick on a hill
Yeah, I think you
stays
get too much.
safe.
I think you get too much fight if they're gonna fight.
It's not that
I-
hard to. Do you know how easy it is to manipulate someone?
Mate,
Manipulate a conversation. It's not that hard.
Ash pissed off the vampire and wiped out a whole winery. I don't think you want to be agitating
How
that
do you
situation.
know that? Because I didn't know that until now.
Oh wait, that
I
might have
don't
been meta
remember talking
information.
about that.
Yeah,
that might-
I never told anybody about my meeting with
Oh
Strahd.
yeah. So scratch that meta information. My bad.
Rewind.
Yeah, how about it?
Mr. Tens, this celestial, as you call it, I do believe that it unwittingly serves Strahd. It has been, and Durango reaches out a finger and just like dips one of those like goldenrod sharp fingernails into his wine, and it turns like a sickly green. It has been corrupted.
Sure. But if we can show him that corruption, don't you think he's going to be angry?
Mate, this is Strahd's house. This whole land is Strahd's. Everything in it is his, including
not.
him.
Just
It for
because he's
sure
here doesn't mean
is.
it's his. Nobody owns anything.
Oh, Mike, I'm telling you, no Celestial ever would think what I found was telling them like mutants. Not a one. Not a one. Specifically, we hunt those sort of things. So for a Celestial to go ahead and make those sort of things, what I found is not in control, mate.
You did not see the way that thing looked at me, Mr. Tens. You did not feel its eyes.
I did see it. In fact, I tried to stand between you and him. If you don't remember that.
So
You
then
are
you
present,
know.
yes, but you speak as if you did not see. That was clearly not an agent of a goodly god.
That's not what I'm trying to say. He
Mate.
obviously, based off of what he was saying, based off of his demeanor and attitude, he does not like Strahd, but also doesn't seem to believe that he can take care of, like, get rid of Strahd either.
All I'm saying, mate, is if it comes down to a battle between us and Strahd, and he's got to choose sides, he ain't choosing our side, mate.
You don't know that. How do you know that? Prove it to me.
You're putting too much faith in something that you don't even know either. You're assuming that he's going to jump in and fight Strahd. Why
He's
hasn't he
trying to
done it
find
yet?
ways to placate.
Why
He's
hasn't he
trying-
done it?
He's trying to find ways
Mate,
to placate
He's not
him.
on our side, mate.
I'm
Nothing
not
in this
saying he's
world
on my
besides
side. I'm
Ismark.
not on your side either, but that's beside the point. I'm still here. We're still moving towards
hey.
the same goals.
He throws back the rest of his drink, slams it down on the table.
All right,
Idiot.
you two.
Storm out the door. Oh yeah, this is the fun tent.
Listen, we're gonna need more places for the people that aren't gonna fight this fight to be. To that end, I think if we can get that abbey back on some sort of hollowed ground the same way the church is here,
Strahd isn't going to go there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
that's my point. We can give people a safe space to be while we're fucking around and no more innocent people have to die.
So what? You're expecting us to have a wedding for Strahd and this hobbled together girl that's been mutated and fucked with in this church here, or on the grounds here in Vallaki? That doesn't seem very. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, I'm saying there ain't gonna be a wedding. We'll go get all the information that we need. Go fuck up this whatever it is at the Abbey. And then flip right towards Strahd.
And where does that leave the people that are there in the Abbey?
Safe. If Strahd
Safe?
can't touch...
Are you
If the
fucking kidding me?
If Strahd cannot touch this church, why wouldn't he be able to touch the holy ground of an abbey once we remove the one holy thing that is currently, like, not making it holy?
That's my point. The people that are up there that angel is fucked with are fucked. If that angel is gone. That celestial, that holy thing that's only supposed to be keeping it all safe up there. What does that leave those people?
We take the habit.
No,
They hollow
it
the
leaves them
ground.
just as fucked as the rest of the people here. And he gets up and storms out.
Ash turns to Durango. I mean, I thought it was a nice middle ground. Usually I'm kind of one way or the other, but I can't win.
It would appear that your brooding demeanor has rubbed off on other companions, Mr. Ash.
Yeah, but at least I'm usually quieter than they are.
Durango nods sympathetically and gives him a clap on the shoulder. But enough talk of the dead and those who shall soon join them. Mr. Ash, tonight is for the living, no?
Well, what's left of them anyway.
Durango just kind of shakes off the sour demeanor of their conversation, turns to face the crowd with a rakish grin, throws his glass across the room with a laugh, like, harmlessly into a corner, and starts wailing into his mandolin.
Right. So as the sounds of laughter and dance drown out the sounds of tears in the other room, in the fuming, pounding footsteps heading up to their beds, Cole, in that moment, you step outside. The rain is heavy. You swear on the wind as it picks up and whips by. You smell smoke. Just for a second, you look around. You don't see any signs of a fire, but you can smell it. And as lightning strikes in the distance, the courtyard, the city street is illuminated. And as another strike hits the ground, illuminating again, a figure is leaning against one of those stone pillars outside the awning of the blue water.
No! No!
Oh, what's the matter, Mr. Mavvin? Did you not like my gift?
Immediately shield and spear come out.
Oh, there's no need for that. I'm just here to talk. You know, all of this can end. And it never has to. Why fight what you know is deep inside you? How long are you willing to be controlled by these false convictions, these pathetic yearnings to be something heroic? Give in. Join me. I have a place for you in Durango. The other two. Warm food.
You know, as tempting as it is to see the elf sort of decayed.
He's yours, to do with as you please.
No, that's not where I'm going with this, mate. You know, I might be a scumbag. Rango and I might have done some things. We ain't never killed nobody that didn't deserve it, mate.
Oh, well, that's not true, is it? Not for you, at least.
You see Cole's face drop.
I've seen your dreams. I've seen your nightmares, Cole Mavvin. Dawnbreaker. How many more atrocities must be committed for that false idol?
Mate, those weren't my choices.
But it's always your choice, Mr. Mavvin. It will always be your choice. This is my domain, and that is my gift to you. And as the lightning strikes again, the blinding light sort of fills the courtyard with just a momentary shadow. And that suddenly it darkens as the door behind you swings open and Tensveta storms out, the figure no longer there.
Reflexively, I just backhand the door. Oh, Mike, no.
Nope, I don't want to fucking hear it. And
Yeah.
he just starts stomping away.
Cole just bursts and takes his spear and just chucks it into the night.
Seeing him do that, he stops at like the edge of the courtyard and just kind of looks back. He turns back around and he just kind of leans up against the courtyard, up against that pillar that Strahd was leaning against, and kind of looks up and lets the rain hit his face for a moment as it goes through his hair, and he just goes, "Now you wouldn't throw that for no reason. The fuck's your problem?"
See?
Who was here?
look at him.
Of course he fucking was. You can't just send a non-verbal message. Haven't you caught on to that yet? He's an egotistical fuckstick who thinks he owns everything that moves here.
Mate, he does own everything that moves.
He doesn't own me, and he doesn't own you. Get that shit out of your fucking head.
Starts walking towards the spear. Pulls it out of the ground. Rips it off on the, spear tip off. I mean, the thing is sort of corroded and old, and no, that wasn't the prettiest thing to begin with, but tries to take decent care of it.
I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear what you have to say right now.
And don't, mate.
I'm not
Then
going
yeah.
to.
Dashes the spear and heads up.
Go to bed. Tins is just gonna sit outside and like kick the dirt and like the mud around, like cursing
Your
at
feet
it.
bang against those stairs. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Your heavy armor weighing down on those wooden planks. You hear inside the music pick up, the sound of glass breaking, and Durango suddenly playing loudly. And as you enter, you can see down below where the dancing and jovial nature just strikes you as a stark contrast to the feelings that confusion and sadness and rage and helplessness building inside you as you storm off to your bedroom.
While I am up there, I'm actually gonna take the jacket off and for the first time in a long time actually take the armor off. You can see kind of in the fabric underneath that it's almost like these permanent grooves in the fabric now. And he's gonna take out of that holy symbol of Ravenkind. And just gonna sit in bed and sort of look over it and stare at it. Probably do that for about an hour or so.
About 20 minutes in, there's gonna be a knock at the door.
What is it?
Let me in.
I think I've had enough for tonight, mate.
You hear like a thud as he kind of leans against the door for a moment. Sorry for the outburst. You don't deserve that kind of shit after dealing with Strahd. After getting the news that you did. That's all.
Door opens. Get out the rain, you nutter.
Already out of the rain. Inside. Standing on a...
Yeah, well. He's not gonna converse. He's gonna just sit down and continue what he's doing, but... Gonna sit down and be quiet and continue to just look over the amulet.
I don't expect you to respond to what I'm about to say. So, do what you're doing. And he's just gonna stand at the doorway, like, door open. He's not gonna close it. There's something that I've noticed about you ever since you talked in the barn. Makes a lot of sense. You make a lot of sense. I'm going to tell you something about yourself that you probably already know. And that you're probably going to be very annoyed that I'm going to say, that I'm going to talk about for a moment. You are only beholden to the ideals and the people that you choose to be beholden to. You control your emotions, not Lythander, not Strahd, not Durango, believe it or not, even though the two of you seem to be stuck dick to asshole. But at the end of the day, you get to decide what you want most. Not Strahd. Not the Dawnbreakers. None of it. I know you know it. And I hope you figure it out before we all die. Would you like some food?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave it at the door. He closes the door behind him as he goes back downstairs. Goes behind the counter, assuming that Danica is still distressed. Gets him some stew and brings it back up. And just leaves it at the door. And then goes back downstairs to party.
As the revelry continues throughout the night, the sounds of laughter and song, a dull stream coming through your shut door, Cole. How long are the rest of you down there for before you decide to retire?
Only up to us 4 hours, so.
As long as the coin keeps coming, Durango will keep playing.
Okay.
Ash will take another drink and then head upstairs to bed.
The coin isn't great for you this evening, but go ahead and make a performance check for me, Durango.
It's 14.
You would see your traveling companion. You would seem your traveling companions are not the wealthiest of individuals, but you do manage to pull in a modest 53 silver. Between them and some of the other tavern goers.
Nothing wrong
and as
with
the
that.
night, what?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Sure. And as the night comes to a close, all of you make your way to your room. Durango, you see Cole, I'm guessing asleep at this point. That amulet in his hands, just lying, glinting a little in the light on his chest. The other two stumble in. You've got another double room where Tens and Ash are staying.
Durango takes a look around the room, and it sounds jovial as he's speaking in Infernal. And, yeah, just retires.
Before Tens retires, he'll summon up his unseen servant and have it serving the bar for the people that are still awake.
Okay. So as all of you retire to your individual moments of peace in this dark land, familiar dreams of being hunted and hunting through the woods, those wolf-like forms. Some of you taking down your prey, some of you running from it. And as the morning comes, a rooster somewhere crows. And all of you begin to prepare yourselves and make your way down to the bar once again. Is there anything anyone would like to do with their morning time?
No, Tins comes down orange.
Okay.
Do I? I'll just blank him. Do I see the tavern owner?
So you don't see Danica. You see the very sparse Owen, who is a fairly large man. He's roughly similar in size to Cole, a little bigger along the midsection, if you will, but big bushy beard, dark tan skin. Sort of looks at you with these sleepless eyes. Whose idea was it for the... It had to be one of you lot, right? With the ghost thing, tending bar last night.
I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say it was the elf.
All right, well, right, scared the shit out of several of the regulars, including myself. But I appreciate the gesture.
He does his own thing. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they gave you and your wife some time to, you know, deal with what you got to deal with, and
It's just more of Barovia's blessings shining upon us in these dark times. Yeah, but we will survive. It is what we've always done. So, breakfast.
yeah, if you don't mind, I think I'll take some for sure. Actually, I got a question for you. I'm gonna look around. Is there anybody else hanging out, listening in?
Make a perception check.
Oh,
8?
that was so close
It
to
was
being
so
really
close.
nice.
From what you can see in the bar, actually, it looks like it looks like it's a little messier than it typically is. You don't see any of the children either. But it is completely empty, which is rare on a night where Durango is in full swing. I mean, you've seen people still sleeping in the bar. So whatever Tensveta did before he went to bed, or you're assuming was Tensveta, really shook some people up, and they must have ran for it. So.
This group that you're all a part of, that, you know, let you know about happened at the winery. What's the history on that? How'd that start?
He looks around again. Mate, it's a long story. It started with Markovia herself. She was the first.
So why the Ravens?
I don't right know that the symbology is particularly meaningful. We just seem to be of like mind.
Yeah.
You know, what we are at this point can right be changed, right?
No truer words I think have been spoken in a long time.
Well, it's much of a curse as it may be. It affords us the blessing of sight, sort of vision. And the first of us in this land, well, she was a staunch believer in Lathander and fought against Strahd wherever he could, or she could. So we all just sort of followed suit and did our best to stay hidden in the shadows and fight as best we could.
But is that the end goal? Just keep fighting? There wasn't a plan, there wasn't a scheme.
You know, we do make a life for ourselves here. I've got a family. We've got the tavern. You know, what's the end goal of any of it? What's your end goal? Fight Strahd, win, then what?
No,
Does the fighting stop?
there's always another fight.
You do what you can, mate. That's all it is. Bit of happiness, bit of reprieve, and on to the next fight.
I'd settle for some of that happiness every now and then.
You gotta let it find you first.
Yeah. Well. Sometimes
Breakfast,
it's on the cards.
right? Yeah,
Yeah. Thanks.
right. And he heads off into the kitchen.
I'll flip him a coin, gold coin before we take off.
The
Hey.
rest of you?
Question.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Is there any place in town to
Right.
get decent armor?
Decent. Yeah. What? I mean, there's a couple places. You're looking for just something standard.
Yeah, I mean, something that's a little more durable than what I got. Taking a lot more hits than I'm used to out here.
More like your friend Mr. Mavvin, or like the little fella.
Somewhere in between.
I could use a bit of an upgrade as well.
Jesus Christ, where did he come from?
I walking through the door.
Sorry, I haven't slept much. Yeah, I know a place, and he tells you about just a very generic smith, not too far, downtown. Deals in leather and metal.
I tell you what, we can go there while they go talk to the other guy. You can do the talking this time.
Yeah, mate. You better let me handle it.
Won't say a word. Unless he deserves it.
Bear. I like you.
Tins comes bumbling in after that with the without his pack on his back. Instead, it seems to be like held by something. So you can see like little bitty leaves occasionally blowing through a ghostly figure. Breakfast?
Yeah, he's getting to it.
Hey, good. I'm hungry.
And Durango appears very shortly after, immaculately groomed, looking as rakish and charming as usual.
Oh, this place looks awful. Jerry, and the pack like drops down onto the table that they normally sit at and begins picking up the mess around the tavern.
Hey, You might want to warn folks next time. Sounds like you kind of drove away some business last night.
I thought I did. I mean, it's not exactly a quiet ritual. I have to sit for like a full 11 minutes just to get
Yeah.
the thing here.
But for those of us that aren't used to having you around, a crazy guy sitting in the corner saying a bunch of shit for 11 minutes,
You
and
would
then
expect
shit just
something to
starts
happen,
moving
wouldn't you?
around.
You would expect something to happen whenever someone
Basically,
crazy
a
sits in
normal
the corner.
Thursday around here. If you stick around long enough, I'm sure one of the crazies will be here right around noon. Start drinking already.
See?
Never
It's
mind.
not that odd.
I do
Well, it's
believe
not
that
odd,
was
but
it
what's
then.
odd was when the cutlery starts doing little dances on its own and serving its people. Also, I have several tabs unaccounted for, and it wasn't the best at tabulating.
It's not. No, he's an idiot. He tends to dance a lot. I've noticed. The more I drink. So, would you like me to cover the tabs? I can cover the tabs. How much are they?
I'll have to figure it out. 'Cause I'm not sure what he gave everyone, or it gave. I don't know. You said you seen it dancing. I ain't seen nothing. I just saw.
Well, no, it
cups
doesn't.
moving
okay.
in the air.
Yes, exactly. He likes to dance. I don't know. I can't tell you the exact movements. It's not like I'm going to be able to give you the choreographed movements. But I really need some food.
Well, he just speechless. Just turns around back into the kitchen.
I need some food so you
Sorry.
can make a movement.
Thank you.
What if we? I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Several minutes later, he comes out. Several of the other patrons have begun to stumble in. The members of Anna's group all start to file in, and you can see as he's rushing around, trying to serve as many people as he can. And he gets the breakfast to you. He does a fairly good job, despite the fact that he looks very sleep deprived.
Jerry, help him.
What? Jerry? You said Jerry?
Mhm.
I don't need Jerry's help. I'm all right.
You don't want plates? Look, he can just take plates back and forth. I can just tell him to take plates back and forth. to where they
And
need
just
to go.
scaring the regulars.
What regulars are here? We are the closest thing to the regulars here this morning. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't fight it, I guess.
That's what I thought.
Let's just get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Watches one of the guards like nervously eats from his plate as it's like still got food on it, and it starts to get picked up and taken away. He's just
Like these poor traumatized
Jerry,
people.
No, Jerry, come on, no, no.
And he's just
Wrong.
like adding to the.
From the kitchen to the table. Do not pick them up unless they are empty. This is simple. This is simple. It's simple waitery. You should be able to understand how to wait a table. It's easy.
You've never seen an invisible middle finger, but you can all imagine it.
Sure can feel it.
Yep.
All right. So as breakfast is concluded, and Anna finally she comes over to all of you at your table and says, "Yeah, that was of course Durango, another fantastic performance. You're just so wonderful. Exactly what we needed."
I assure you, my lady, it was entirely the pleasure of the great Durango Fortescue. And he bows quite dramatically with a flourish, cape billowing behind him.
Excellent. So, we're off to find a dress this morning. Yes.
Yes, and he like picks up what's left on his plate in his hands, grease and all. He's just like, I'm ready.
Mr. Tens, this simply will not do.
It'll be gone by the time we get to the church.
But yes, my lady, the Mr. Tensveta is lucky enough today to witness the great Durango Fortescue purchase a dress.
This will be fun.
Oh, wonderful! I can't wait. It will be an absolute delight. And what of the rest of you?
But they're not allowed to go anymore.
Well,
Oh my.
yeah.
That I was just gonna not mention that.
He was
We're
a
gonna
jerk.
go find metal dresses, and I've got all my armor tied together by like a bunch of like leather strapping. I'm not wearing it right now. And I just drop it on. This has seen better days, so we're gonna go take care of it.
If you can find some, if you find some armor with like some studs in it, I'd love it.
I'll keep an eye out.
I'll pay you.
You better.
You know I'm good.
Yeah.
Mr. Tens, the armor, it comes pre-oiled. There is no need for this. And he gestures to the food in his hands.
He doesn't stop. He just.
Oh, this will be interesting for sure.
Oh,
Indeed.
you're in for a show.
So as Anna gathers her group and you all gather your bits of pocket bacon and yourselves for your separate journeys, we will address the dress first.
Okay. So the plan was to go get Irina first, and then take Irina to the dressmaker. And by the time he gets to Irina, the food is gone. To be clear.
We actually don't need to get Irina,
But we do, because we need the measurements.
but we don't because we already have them.
Yeah,
My
but
friend, you forget you travel in the company of the great Durango Fortescue.
I was just thinking it'd make it easier to lie about somebody who's getting married.
Mr. Tens, and Durango kind of looks around conspiratorially. Perhaps it would be best if you left the lying to me.
Yeah, I probably, but not exactly a slouch at it. Well, I can't really. I see. This is why I needed help. It's technically not untrue. She's gonna get married eventually. Whatever.
Durango nods sympathetically and gives him a little tap on the shoulder.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means, my friend, if you told me that you were a skilled liar, would I believe you?
Yes. I don't understand the question. He looks at Anna. See what I have to deal with all this time. Anyway, well, if we don't need Irina, then I guess let's go get to dress. I thought it'd be easy. I thought it'd make it easier. But
Like always,
way.
Mr. Tens, you have had a fine idea, but it has been improved by the great Durango Fortescue.
we'll see.
Can't
So
even
as you
keep a
make your
straight
way,
face.
yeah, as you make your way through the center of town, into that central area where they are gathering things for yet another festival that is said to be taking place on Sunday.
Oh god, another one.
You mean, oh, good, another one.
Yeah, it appears to be a sort of fall autumn themed fest.
Look, it's me.
There are a lot of bright oranges and browns. Some dead leaves are being gathered and stuffed into sacks. You wander into the same dress shop that the other two had been to before. That brick and plaster building, 2-storied. It would appear that maybe the dressmaker lives upstairs. The shop itself looks like it is well attended to on the outside, or at least it being attempted to be, as the foliage is beginning to die due to the cold. As you enter, that chime goes off above the door. Ching ching. You see a man who's with slick back, black hair, a pair of spectacles on his face. He's a little balding, maybe in his mid to late 30s. Stand up abruptly and grab something on a table that you just out of eye line. Yes. Can I help you?
My friend, I believe that there is no other in this land who is so well equipped to help me as yourself. I, of course, am the great Durango Fortescue. And he pauses and waits for recognition.
I have Durango. Yeah, yes, I saw you at the festival.
But of course you
Last
did,
week.
my friend.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, thank you. Sorry. Please, and you hear just like something heavy like hit the table behind the counter. Pardon. It has been a rough 24 hours for me. I was, would you believe, I was nearly assaulted in my own shop.
Yes.
These streets, there is no, there's just no class anymore in this city.
I have found that Barovia is a land of surprises. But, my friend, I am currently composing an epic for another upcoming festival. There is a part where I am writing about the life of a tailor. I was hoping that I could get your critique for accuracy. It will take but a moment.
Make a deception check.
It's 24.
24. He's taken aback for a moment, and you can see that his demeanor starts to change as he straightens himself up, and he straightens the button-down shirt that's underneath his vest. Well, I think yes, of course, it would be an honor to assist you in this. I have been a tailor my whole life. My father was a tailor. I apprenticed under him. The shop has been mine. I can imagine no one better suited for the task in all of Barovia.
And this, my friend, is why I have sought you out. Come, lend your ears and tell the great Durango. How do you find this? Durango takes out his mandolin, starts playing a melody. He has a look on his face like he's just about to start singing constantly, but he doesn't. And during the instrumental, he casts suggestion.
Okay. Is that a wisdom save?
All right.
Like, have we just tried to buy a
wisdom
dress?
save.
Just like I would like to
I
pay you
know.
money for
I'm
our
like,
dress.
can I
Here's
not
some
be
money.
here?
So it's a wisdom save
For
against being
dress.
charmed, and because of the mandolin, that is made at disadvantage.
Can tens be gone?
That is a natural 1.
Fantastic.
So he is charmed. So as you start to play, there's a bit of confusion on his face. Like he's with you, he's waiting for the words, right? But you can tell he's trying to take it seriously. Like maybe he just doesn't understand your artistic vision yet. And he closes his eyes, and he's trying to. You can see his demeanor start to change, and it gets softer in the. Oh yes, I hear it. I feel like I hear the whole song. It is laid out. Durango Fortescue, you are every bit the genius you claim to be, and more. I cannot wait. I think it needs no improvement. I look forward to hearing the outcome.
A devilish smile curls across Durango's face in an almost Grinch-like fashion. My friend, I was hoping that you would feel this way. So, this encounter yesterday, this was a simple misunderstanding. You shall pay this no heed and forget all about it.
Yes, yeah, of course. I mean, what do we expect? We get very rambunctious with all the festivals. It was maybe just a couple drunk individuals trying to have a bit of fun. Of course. Misunderstanding, yes.
Durango nods agreeingly as he speaks. Yes, I thought you might see it this way, my friend. The wedding dress that was requested, you shall work on it immediately. You shall make it of immaculate quality. And you shall require no recompense because I have already paid you. the
It is-
dimensions for this garment shall be as so. And Durango does a quick spin, and immediately his appearance changes to that of Arena.
Yes, of course, I have just the vision in mind for this particular garment. I have it will be my greatest work, my masterpiece to accompany your own.
My friend, I had never doubted you. And he reaches across the counter and gives him a sympathetic tap on the shoulder, much as he just
As
did
he
to
starts to
tens
pull
out
out
in the
these,
street.
he pulls out these threads and just begins wrapping them around you and taking the measurements of you as Irina. Well, Tensveta, he is so talented. It's just simply, it blows me away that you are in the, it's just that we get to see such.
I'll be honest with you, Anna. I want to know about this school that he was talking about. At the beginning, you mentioned a school that this was for.
It was, it wasn't my favorite, but
But I'd like to know more.
yes, me as well. I'm sure it'll be marvelous. Everything he does is just absolutely incredible.
Tone it down on.
And when did he pay for the dress ahead of time? We had brought gold with us.
He kind of like turns away to have his back facing the pair that are currently doing the fitting, and he just kind of leans over and very quietly says, I need you to understand that Durango tends to get a lot of things for free.
Yes, well, it doesn't surprise me.
I'm gonna, and he kind of leans in a little bit closer and gets a little bit more wispier. He says, I intend to pay for it after we leave.
Oh, it's marvelous. We, of course, can give you some as well.
Sure, I'll take it all. They don't need
She
to
takes
know.
out, yeah, she takes out essentially 50 gold pieces.
He will take it. And he just kind of like pockets it.
So, Mr. Fortescue, I was not given a particular date for such a garment. I can tell you something of this quality to make it to the exact specifications you require and to make it with the enthusiasm and
Precision?
precision. Thank you. Will require several weeks. Two at the minimum.
Durango raises an eyebrow. My friend, you are far too humble. I am sure that you could complete it in a fraction of that time.
No, Durango will hear it in the back of his head as he just says, No, we need all the time we can get. It's fine. You can even add a week.
But I am not. It would be far from me to tell the artist how to practice their trade. He kind of shoots a look over at Tens.
And you can promise me that I can promise you that I will put all other work aside, and this will be my sole focus, my passion for as long as it takes, and I will work diligently to get it done for you.
You have my utmost confidence, my friend. Your name shall live on in song.
And he's like beaming as you say that, and he immediately begins to run through these bolts of cloth. No, this won't do, and he starts going
Tens.
through. Yeah.
Tins leans over to Anna. Did we ever get his name? I don't actually know that it's going to make it into a song.
I'm certain. I'm sure Durango knows it.
Sure, I'm sure he does. Interesting. It's fun to watch him do his thing.
Again, it blows me away. It is.
It's definitely mind-boggling.
Durango turns back to face a pair of them, wearing his own face once again, just like in that instant of turning. My friends, I believe that we have taken enough of our esteemed friend's time. Perhaps we should be on our way.
I have a question. How much are you going to be? How much did you pay for this? It's not a
Durango waves a hand dismissively. Such matters, my friend, are crude. We shall not discuss.
Fine.
Gentlemen.
Tins is gonna make sure he's the last one out.
Durango bows dramatically, and then on his way out, even holds the door open for Anna with his head inclined.
I think I saw a pastry shop down the street. Would you, Durango? Would you mind accompanying us
you?
for just a bit of a walk?
For you, my lady. Durango, of course, could make the time, and he offers an arm in a very charming and gentlemanly fashion, his head held high.
Two of the remaining girls that were with her and waiting, and just kind of giggle softly to themselves. The guards like look at each other nervously.
Tins is gonna leave 25 gold pieces on the counter, just like slightly, just out of whenever he's turned around out of view, he's gonna leave it next to the box.
So the tailor doesn't even notice. He's just rifling through bolts of cloth.
Bewildering, and he's just going to leave.
Okay. So the other two for the armor, it's fairly standard. Essentially, what are you looking for?
Looking for some half plate.
For some half plate, he says.
Yeah.
Mr. Mavvin, what are you looking for? Repairs?
Well, technically I'm in chainmail. You know, the plate's more flavor thing. So I'm gonna need some actual plate.
Okay.
Well, whatever 300 some odd gold will get me. I don't know if I'll get me full plate. If that might just be a step up.
It wouldn't. So realistically, like a full suit of half plate armor would be somewhere to the tune of like 750 gold pieces.
Oh, I thought it was cheaper than that. Okay.
A breastplate on its own, 400.
Trying to think if I've got anything I can barter with.
You can give up the amulet.
Oh, fuck no. I've got 5 javelins I'm never gonna
the
need.
studded leather you find relatively cheap. It's 45, 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, see, that's it. I'm used to rogue prices. I don't know. This heavy stuff.
Real armor is expensive.
Yeah.
I will take a pair of the studded leather.
Okay.
That'll help a little bit, but
Well, would you take anything in barter? And I take out 5 javelins and the Morning Star.
The shopkeeper sort of looks over it. Yeah, I don't quite think it'll cut it.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
It's not enough. I mean, come find me. I can start working on it. You want to put down some sort of deposit? Perhaps. It's going to take some time. We don't get many requests for full plate armor. Not many nights. Cascading around. I've made several decorative pieces for the Burgermeister, and I'm familiar with the process, but you take a bit of time, and it's not cheap. Iron's not easy to come by.
Well, I'll reckon. What would you take in deposit?
Oh, maybe half up front, 200. If you're looking for just a breastplate, or
So AC wise, what would that would it just bump me up 1?
yeah, breastplate is 14 plus dex. Half plate is 15 plus dex.
To a maximum of +2, I think.
Yeah. Half plate's 15. And
Plus
then,
dex.
To a max of 2. So your only max it would be 17.
Okay, oh, that's because I have a shield, so...
Yeah.
Right, okay. So that means my base AC right now is 16, so yeah, I'd be increasing by 1.
It also doesn't give disadvantage on stealth checks.
Oh, I'm not trying to be stealthy, mate. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I don't like spending gold before I have it, yeah? So, I know you're here. I am interested, and I'll come back at some point, but, we'll wait on the production for now.
How much is it
For which?
for his?
Well, if I'm doing a full set, it's like 750.
How much extra do you need?
I'm sitting on 304 and smattering of silver.
I can float you 200.
That still leaves me, 200 so short. 250. If we find more gold.
I tell you what, if we give you all the gold that we got right now, how about we say that's enough? That's money in hand. And you get somebody that goes ahead and flouts around and, praises the good work that you do. Being a kind and generous guy.
Make a persuasion check.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Persuasion.
Yeah!
With a 26?
Yeah!
Not that it might not do anything, but...
Nah, not that I think that wouldn't be worthwhile. It's just 400 is it's just not going to do. I could perhaps knock off 100 gold. I seen y'all at the festival, so I believe in your caliber. I'd take it as a loss, and I'd be out a week or so of labor. Sad truth is and he grabs like an unfinished horseshoe and bangs it down on the counter. And says, it's the most lucrative business we get around here.
Now, let us know if you reconsider then.
Yeah, I'll,
And this is what I'll tell
be
you.
back.
Come up with 600 gold, and I can get to work.
I will put down the 300 that I have. Actually, I could take that up to if I'm spending everything. 359. I'll have 5 copper left.
I'll toss my 200 on there as
I was
well.
gonna say I can toss in 200 if you come and tell tens.
Don't need any money.
This is the first time we've used it.
Yeah, so
That'll leave me with 50 gold to help us float until if something else comes along.
Okay, so you take 10s as 200. You take 200 so you get 4. So you got.
well, I'm throwing down
got
everything I've got.
Yeah.
So that's like 304 plus 55, 65 silver. So that's what 6 gold. So like 309, I guess is.
Keep the 6 and keep the 9. Take the 300. I'll toss in 150. Jay, you'll toss in 150.
Sure.
Okay.
Leaves me some extra.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. The chainmail you're wearing looks mighty nice. I'll give you 25 gold pieces off if you don't need that no more. Save me a bit of time. Stuff's a pain to make.
If it's gonna take you a week though, I might need it in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? So,
And when you're done with it,
oh yeah, come in. Sure, I won't need it anymore.
right.
I'll thank you for your frugality and just sure of himself using a word that he doesn't know the meaning of. We'll take
Appreciate your help.
Right. Did you just get one suit of studded leather for you, Jay?
I knocked off 45 for it.
And nobody got any for 10s.
I'll be okay.
We had to get money from him, so
Yeah, we're gonna have to go
Nah.
back and tell him.
It's cool. Getting the guy who technically is supposed to be the one getting stabbed and not Tens better armor is more important because Tens can cast mage armor, which is technically better than studded leather.
you could always give Jay your chainmail as well, instead of getting the discount.
That's a jump from light to heavy, though. It's up to you.
I mean, well, at that point, let me think on it.
Yeah, you'll lose
remember.
that. You'll get disadvantage on those stealth checks.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So as all of you finish your routines, Tensveta, you have to sit and stomach. Although it's easier when you get some of the pastries. This shopping trip that this day trip you follow Durango and Anna on. As the day ticks on, sometime around a little afternoon, you all manage to get yourselves back together at the Blue Water.
Oh, I'm eating it up. What are you talking about? Stomach it. I am in autumn. I am about it.
Okay, great. I forgot you're not winter tense now. All right, you all gather yourselves back at the Blue Water. Owen is still behind the bar. He's asleep when you come in, and as the door opens, you can see he steps up and he pretends to start wiping a mug. Notices it's you guys, and then just puts his head back down. And that is where we'll take our first break. So, thank you everybody for hanging out with us for Curse of Strahd. Please remember to use your elf eggs. We'll be giving away the March Gremnek dice this episode, so please make sure you wait till the end. We'll go ahead and do the drawing for that, but go ahead and get your entries in this week for the Dice Envy giveaway that we will be doing for April, at the end of the month coming up. Like I said, I'm not sure what it is. Hopefully I should know, and by next week, hopefully by the next Curse of Strahd we do, or maybe even tomorrow if I think about it.
We'll keep updated
right?
in the Discord, which is down in the panels. Join the Discord. Do it.
Sure. That works too. That's even easier. I don't have to talk as much.
Right.
We'll see you guys in 10. All right. And welcome back, everyone. Thank you for letting us take that quick break. And where we left off, you're all gathering back up once again at the Blue Water Inn to find Owen still barely awake, keeping it together. We have a couple weeks before the dress is going to be finished. What are you doing?
Anna, I've been meaning to ask. Are you intending to stay here until the dress is finished?
Yes, that was the plan.
All right.
I figured it would take some time.
He'll go over to Owen and just kind of like, rap on the counter a couple times.
What is it, Tensveta? He doesn't even pick his head up. He's just talking into the counter.
Adorable. Their rooms are on me until we get back.
All right. When do you expect to be back?
Don't
Where
know.
are you headed?
Don't know.
Picks his head up. All right. Well, good luck.
The less you know, the better it will be for all of us.
Makes sense.
Good. And
No,
he
we'll take care
pats
of
it twice. And he goes, Jerry,
Who
enjoy
is
your
she?
stay.
Anyways. No, please don't take. Jerry can't stay.
Jerry. I'm just kidding. He's not around at the moment.
Okay. Thank Christ.
Who's Christ?
Christ was a prophet
It's
of
okay, I'm just messing
Lathander
with
once
you.
upon a
Yeah.
time, like an avatar. So it's a very confusing bit of the lore.
He goes over to the other three. Just goes. So, Mad Mage in the woods. And he pulls out an apple out of his pocket.
Yeah. Seems like a good idea to me.
Yeah, whatever.
More time traipsing through the woods, sleeping in the dirt, Mr. Tens?
Are you coming with? Do we need to buy you a tent? We could buy a tent.
I think I got one.
Do not worry for the great Durango Fortescue. He has weathered worse.
Right, we've talked about this.
Do
Wait a minute.
Do we know where we're going? Like, or is it just that way?
And he's just that away. And he
Alright.
points towards the north. Apparently, he's past the lake, so we'll be going around the lake,
Well,
like in the woods, shooting
guess-
lightning bolts at it and taking the fish to eat.
well, that should make life a little bit easier. I mean,
Probably gonna have to
lightning coming from the ground.
Yeah, you know, sort of loud too. It might be several wolves we'll have to deal with. So I don't know if we need to make any special preparations for that. But and
Oh,
just sort of
right.
pointing around. There's just like all the wolves' head and pikes all over the place.
He pulls out a little marble, sniffs it, licks it, puts it away. Casts mage armor.
And
Hey.
what of you, gentlemen? It would appear that your endeavors were less than successful. And he eyes their attire, respectively.
Oh no, like here.
And Ash has got his new armor kind of slung over his back.
I got
Very
this new stuff.
dashing.
It's got points.
Very well
Yeah.
put, Mr. Ash.
Doesn't
Mine
do
needs a
much.
bit of
It's little
time.
sturdier though. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Stealing the show.
No. You could please talk. Yeah, mine's just gonna take a bit of time, and I might need a bit of a loan as well.
How much?
Mr. Cole, surely you explained to him that you were brave Sir Cole Mavvin, champion of Lathander,
Hey,
companion of the great Durango Fortescue.
you know you're the talker, mate. I talk so well. I think it was like 100 gold left on the bill.
Well, I gave you 150.
Okay, so I thought that was the remainder then.
No, I think you paid all of it, didn't you? You gave 359. They each gave you 150.
Yeah, well, we did. We were in different locales at that time, but
Sure.
You are sure,
It means
Mr.
nothing
Cole,
to
that
me.
you have not been mistreated. You have been treated with the respect you deserve, a man of your standing.
well, see, thing is, mate, if he just had it sitting around on the shelves, I wouldn't be so picky, yeah. But he's got, saucy iron, he smelt it all down and hammer it into shape. It takes work.
Sorry, this is gonna take a moment.
Durango waves a hand dismissively. My friend, should I pay this man a visit for you on your behalf? Should he have a conversation with the great Durango Fortescue?
I think in this case, mate, if it weren't no dress, I think he might earn the coin at the end of it, yeah. We can make more, you just pull out that loot and back in no time, yeah.
This is true, Sir Cole, but I shudder at the prospect of you not being treated properly.
Well, if you want to go speak to him, who might have stopped you, eh?
If, of course, this wizard of the woods could wait. Mr. Tens, Mr. Ash.
It can't wait. Needs to be done. We don't have a ton of time.
It's on the way out of town. Just
It's really, it is out of town.
you guys deal with them. I don't care.
Since is going to count out 150 and scoot it off in your direction eventually.
I shall have a conversation with this worker of steel, and Durango reaches out a six-fingered hand to grab the pile of gold.
And he smacks the hand and he goes, "It's not for you, it's for him."
Durango, my friend, you misunderstand.
I'll grab it.
All right. So as you all make your way out of town, just before you head out, I just need to know which direction you're leaving from. Are you headed down to the shore? Are you going to cross via boat, the lake, or are you going to walk around?
How far are these hexes?
Each
distance?
hex is
Is there a...
sorry,
Yeah, it's
a
down
quarter
there.
of a mile.
Quarter mile. Okay, so it's only a mile across. Ish.
I swear, if there's something in that lake, it'll jump out at us.
It would have
Quite
gotten us
close.
already. It would have gotten us whenever we saved the girl.
Got a point on that one too.
Yeah. It's the quickest, yeah, but, yeah. Oh no, I got nothing to back this up, I got a bad feeling about it, yeah?
Stop having a bad feeling. Have good feelings. Good vibes. Relaxing. Well, the two of you won't be relaxing. And he kind of like points at both Cole and Ash. You guys can
Yeah.
actually row, so.
Not really my thing.
You did it last time.
Oh, I meant relaxing. Yeah, I can row whatever.
Oh, right. Yes, we know. All pent up and... Anyway. Imagine there's a bit of tension in the cheeks whenever you change, isn't there?
You are gonna get a very, very stern look.
I'll drag you behind the boat.
And Ash is just gonna head off in a northward direction.
Does that mean I get my own boat?
I will
Ash
The
adjust
shouts
boat it
back.
is, right? All right. So as you make your way north, you swing by the that armor smiths again. The sound of the labor is already hitting your ears as you approach the door. Ting, ting, ting. As he's already hard at work trying to shape a large bit of metal.
Hello, my friend. Hard at work, I see.
He wipes a bit of sweat from his forehead. Yeah. Sorry about that. What can I help you with,
My friend.
Mr. Mavvin? He's with you.
Yes, you recognize the brave Sir Cole Mavvin? I, of course, am.
I
the
do.
great-
Yeah, we did a bit of business earlier this afternoon.
So I understand the brave Sir Cole Mavvin wished to demonstrate to the great Durango Fortescue his fine choice in armaments and laborers. So he brought me here today to oversee what you have been doing on his behalf. He told me he played you quite a
Well,
princely
you're the
song.
one that does the singing in the playing of the instrument, yeah.
This is one way to describe the works of the great Durango Fortescue, yes?
Right. So yeah, the deal we made was that he was gonna, put the word out about the smithy, and then we did more than just blasted horseshoes. Perhaps get to drum up a little more business in exchange. I gave him a very generous discount.
as one would expect for a man of such gracious standing. Come, my friend, show me what you have begun working on for the great Sir Brave Colmaven.
I don't know how familiar with the process you are, but I have to get this piece of metal here, and you can see the it is basically just a large billet that is slowly being hammered into a flat breastplate. But at this point, it's kind of just a hunk of steel.
Durango leans in and makes a great show of examining this raw material, the tools involved, the forge, the bellows. He makes a great show of inspecting it and clicks his tongue disapprovingly before turning to face the blacksmith. My friend, this is what my friend has paid a princely sum for. These materials you've selected to be worked with these tools. Sir Cole, I am shocked. Surely this could not be worth the price you have paid. And as he says this, Durango casts Distort Value.
I forgot you had that.
God.
Good old lord.
You're muted, sir.
For the best. Hold on, I just gotta pull up Distort Value. I think that's a relatively newer spell, to be honest.
Here, I'll throw it in.
I got it right here.
Okay.
1 foot.
What is that? Eberron stuff?
It's
Penny Arcade.
A penny. Oh,
it's
okay.
Acquisition Incorporated.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's the ticket. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's my only gripe. You cast a spell on an object no more than 1 foot on a side.
At higher levels, it increases by 1 foot for each slot level above first, and I'm casting at level 3 now.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It's currently just a billet, so that should not be more than 3 feet by 3 feet.
He could do it on the entire, bellows or something and make it look like there's a hole in it that's not getting it correct or something.
Yeah, I mean, but ultimately, it's the suit of armor he's trying to get the value of. I get the flavor text there, right? And so if we assuming it's the armor, a finished suit of armor, if we distorted the value, it's again, I understand. Let's hold on.
If that's not a good
Intelligence
spell,
check.
I could choose another one.
No, it's fine.
I got
it's
backup
fine.
plan. I got
Fine.
backup plans.
Not the, it's
He's
not
like,
the spell.
I'm getting this done somehow. You just let me know.
Man, warlocks are stupid.
Yes, warlocks are good.
What's your DC?
My spell save DC is 15.
Okay. And it doesn't really give you. I guess it's just up to me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So he looks at you sort of sideways for a moment, and then as the spell starts to take a hold, you can see he's getting angrier and angrier, and as his face starts to turn red, and he grips that hammer in his hand. He starts looking at the hammer and the equipment and everything you're pointing out. So I understand this is not. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. The armor will still save his life. That's what it's meant to do. It won't be maybe as pretty as something you would get in some kind of storybook or something you'd find in Strahd's castle. But, for Velaki, it's the best you're going to get.
And my friend, you must understand that well-traveled gentlemen like the great Durango Fortescue, the brave Sir Mavvin, we have significantly higher standards. We have seen much more. And more is expected from us in return. Would not do for the great Durango Fortescue to play in rags. He would sound as sweet, but it simply would not do.
Fine, another 100 gold. 550.
Durango turns to Cole with a raised eyebrow. Like, what do you think?
Just sort of shaking his head disapprovingly, but
As he does,
all right.
he's gonna hear Tinta's voice in the back of his head say, "Leave the poor man alone. He's living in Valoki in Strahd's lands."
I should do fine.
Wonderful, yes. Of course, I was confident that we could come to a more agreeable and amiable solution to this disagreement. Hmm? Wonderful.
He takes the hammer and he puts it. He goes over and he hangs it up and he grabs a different one, looks at it a few times. All right. Well, it'll be ready for you in a week.
Thanks, mate.
Ting, 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 like aggressively pounding.
I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Poor guy.
God. Just,
And as you all
so
step back out, back out into the streets and head toward that north gate, towards that lake, that placid, almost dead lake. As you pass the gate, the guards look at you sideways as you leave. They do a bit of a double take. These gates close as soon as the sun sets. You understand?
yeah.
There is no entry after dark.
Well, no is a strong word, but yes.
All right, it is your funeral.
We appreciate the heads up.
You continue to take that sort of meandering path through the wooded section down to the shoreline, where you see several of those boats pulled ashore, where you'd found that first one where you rescued that young Vistani girl previously. And again, at the foot of the mountain, nestled in this misty forest, the large lake, the water perfectly still and dark, still reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. Even now, it's turning a sort of pale, orangey purple as the sun is getting close to setting. And you all clamber into a single rowboat.
Well, I was thinking about this. How do you guys feel about sleeping on the water? Should we consider grabbing another boat?
Why?
Stay away
why
from
would
the
we-
wolves. Just a thought. It's not necessary.
Mate,
I,
I think if, he wants to get at us, it's not going to matter if we're on water or not.
I don't know any wolves that can run on water, do you? The only
I
thing
want-
we have to worry out here is naiads, and those guys.
I ain't sleeping in no boat, mate. This is a rowboat. It's not for sleeping. It's barely got seats.
Right. That's what you gotta do.
Just like look cross out Durango, like, is this guy serious?
Rango just shrugs really gently. I do not believe that a night on the water sounds any more agreeable than a night in the dirt. Perhaps we should stick with solid ground, Mr. Tens? Hmm?
At least on the ground, I don't
Whatever.
got to worry about tipping over.
I suppose. I only sleep for half the night, so I could keep us upright.
Just Rowan getting increasingly more and more frustrated and trying to take it out on the goddamn water.
hey, you're going to one side. We're turning.
Hey,
Stop.
oh, sorry, mate. Man, apologize.
As you push yourself across the lake, you can see along the western shore, around the northern bit, you see a couple wolves peek out through the forest line. They are running and they're chasing after something, although one of them sort of turns and seems to look out across the lake towards you, but just continues to pursue. And you can see a deer as it's bounding away, being chased by these hungry wolves. The deer jumps across a stream on the northwestern shore. You can see the wolves begin to walk across it before looking up towards the mountains and then back at each other. One of them howls in the distance, and they turn and abandon their hunt.
Curious.
As you row and row and row, you look down into those dark waters, and as motionless as the lake seems to be, it is dark underneath. There is no clear section, no bit of sun seems to touch the bottom of this lake as you row aggressively across to the other shore. Everything around you is pitch black by the time you hear that as the boat hits shore.
Did it take an hour or so to cross the lake?
It did.
So if
Okay.
I was sitting in a boat not rowing, could that count as a short rest?
Sure could.
I'll take it
Excellent.
as well, so that way I can get my spell slot back.
The forest is dark, quiet, all except for the sound of crickets chirping loudly throughout the woods, and the random sound of an owl or a bit of a rustle.
So are we just gonna go trapsizing through the forest and hope we find something?
No, my thought was we could actually stake out this side of the lake until we hear a loud crack of lightning go across the lake looking for fish. Give it a day. If it doesn't happen, go where the wolves won't.
I was gonna say, you saw that, right?
Yeah. It was odd, to say the least.
Yeah. I guess I'm okay with that.
Go where the wolves won't. That is this fine title for a song, no?
All up to you, friend. You can go ahead and bend that one.
So what's the plan? Make camp along the shore, or
Yeah.
Somewhere probably like make a little blind, maybe.
Yeah. Like make a little spot just off of the shoreline where we could still see the lake, but we're not like directly in eyesight if somebody's looking out across the lake for any reason from most directions. Where exactly did we wind up landing?
we will say if you rode the fastest route, probably somewhere right around here.
Okay. And which way did the wolves refuse to go?
Basically where you guys are.
Cool.
Okay.
They stopped here.
All right. Dope. Then yeah, that's my thought process. Hide up away from the shoreline a little bit. Maybe put up some branches that are already down. Make it look like a bit of a thicket kind of thing around us. Might take some time, but we might be able to get there.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm no good at finding a decent spot. Someone wanna give me a hand? My perception's real low. So,
Oh, I'm more than willing to go look for a spot.
Yeah, I can try. I don't know. Slept on the road before, but horses aren't really my thing. But see something. I guess I could say something.
I got +5 to perception. So
I've got a +6 in perception.
you have at her.
Okay. Advantage for the help.
I'll help.
Sure.
Wow. Thanks, Tens. I'll take the 15. He's an autumn. He's a little bit more lackadaisical, as he just kind of.
Okay. So is there anything you guys are looking to get done before you essentially bed down for the night, or is it that's really it?
I mean, it's just find a spot that is like cleared out a little bit, that we could potentially find some other shrubbery around us that has fallen from other trees or whatever, and just kind of like stack it around us to where it'll make a bit more noise.
And it's easy enough, right? There's plenty of wood. It doesn't seem like many people come here, so the forest is thick and creeping right up along that shoreline. Although there's a bit of light snow on the ground, you managed to clear an area and set up a little campsite just far enough away from the shore as to be weary of anything lurking inside the depths, but not so far away that you can't get the rowboat if things go wrong, right?
Right.
Perfect.
You mean when, not if.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
In fact, we could potentially even leave some of our supplies in the boat if we wanted to, as a precaution. Nothing heavy, nothing crazy, just like basic shit like our pythons and stuff that we aren't going to want to pick up.
I mean,
Okay.
I ain't carrying that much, friend.
I ain't got a ton to leave.
So the first watch you said was Ash and
Yeah.
Tensveta, yeah?
Sure.
All right. Is that what you were doing? Is that what that first perception check was for, or was that to find a spot?
That was to find a spot.
I was gonna say I thought
Okay,
it was
okay,
a
good,
spot. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, so then who is taking first watch? Sorry.
Ash will take first watch.
Okay, great. So as you all enjoy a nice camp out in the dark woods of the old Sphalic Wood, the lake reflecting a bit of moonlight, although you're not even certain from where, as the sky seems to be perpetually overcast. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception check.
That will be an 18.
Not bad.
All right.
18, okay. Yeah, so as the rest of the group begins to bed down, you find a good spot to keep watch, Ash, and your eyes dart throughout the tree line and throughout the forest. You see little movement throughout the night. You hear the sounds of common to forests this time of year. Throughout the evening, random frogs croaking, crickets chirping. But for the most part, the watch goes by uneventful.
All right. I'll go and nudge Cole.
You're up mostly because I don't want to have to be the one to wake up the other two. Sorry.
Hey, whatever. And he just rubs his eyes and gets acclimated to being awake and takes his watch.
I'm sorry. What did you say? Acclimated?
Acclimated.
We all knew what he said. You don't have to be a jerk.
Yeah.
I'm a jerk though. I'm a real dick. When are you gonna learn?
Acclimated. I realized I said it wrong after I said it.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check for me, Cole.
Oh, that's balls. That's a 7.
I'm not quite acclimated.
He's mostly kind of obsessed with the amulet, and it's kind of, yeah. kind of, starting to piece together a little bit of this whole, servant of Lathander, but also like sort of this dark raven-esque figure, and not understanding how the two kind of go together, and is sort of obsessing over that most of his watch.
Okay. As you stare into this amulet, your thoughts are wandering, and a bit of light glints off it for just a moment. You turn your eyes to the woods and you scan, and you don't see anything. A little on edge, you kind of pace around the campsite. Everything normal. Again, the sounds of the forest life just loud in your ears compared to the quiet towns you've been in. But again, the hours tick by. And the first glints of morning give way. You can see now, as the sun begins to rise, as the sun begins to rise over it, north of this mountain lake, the trees begin to steadily climb up the slopes of Mount Baratok. This monolithic presence that has oppressed you your entire trip and your entire journey through these lands. The ground beyond as you start to look into the woods now with the light hitting for the first time, is rocky and uneven. And you can already tell that if this was a marching situation, it would be exhausting to navigate. But then again, even the wolves tend to avoid this section of the woods. Right? And as your vision starts to climb above the blanket of fog that engulfs the entire valley, these dark thunderclouds begin to roll in overhead. Another storm crackling in the distance.
Does it seem like the storm is coming from like behind the mountain and out, or does it seem like the storm is like emanating from the mountain?
Make a nature check.
I'm really not the one to be asking these questions, but
You're gonna ask the big ones.
that's a 12.
Well, yeah, I mean it's again, you don't know what a mountain emanating storms would look like, right? It doesn't seem to be billowing out from the mountain, and it's kind of a silly thought now that you think about it, right? It's not like it's a volcano or anything of that nature, but you could see how, from the perspective down below of the villagers, it would almost seem as if they are. The mountain does seem to give life to them, but they are just storm clouds rolling above the mountain, somewhere high above the peaks.
So, Mr. Tensvet, how long do you suggest we wait?
I said give it a day.
Alright. I don't think we rested out all day since we got here.
Yeah, it's been a
We did a bit of a lucky.
That's what I'm saying. We deserve a short break at least. We can see if somebody else comes along.
I still feel antsy about it, though.
Be antsy then. Just relax.
Ash is gonna just kind of get up and do a little perimeter check, and is just gonna kind of keep doing that every once in a while.
Jens is gonna find like a little chunk of wood and just whittle at it a little bit.
Okay, Durango, what are you doing?
Durango's waiting very impatiently, and not enjoying just sitting in the woods in the rain. Just trying to keep his mandolin dry and just kind of looking shiftily around at everyone. This is the best plan we could muster, sitting here in the rain, waiting for these men to appear.
Maybe it's the only lead we've got. Unless you'd like to go looking for footsteps in the mud.
I was going to, Mr. Ten, to recommend a more proactive approach, but the great Durango Fortescue does not pursue.
What's
The
your
great
more,
Durango Fortescue is pursued.
Well, allow me to pursue your thought process. What did you have to... What were you going to suggest?
With a rakish grin and a cocked eyebrow, Durango holds up his mandolin. There is none who can resist the sweet call of Durango Fortescue.
Well, I would say that that's a good idea, but I don't think it's a good idea. Though, if you could play it quietly, I'd enjoy the tune.
Do you not think this would bring the rogue wizard from hiding? Is curiosity getting the better of him? What
I think
is
it would
this
bring...
sweet melody carrying across the woods? I must know.
Maybe, but at the same time, it could also bring other things. Tell you what, you stay here and do that, and I'm gonna go over there. And he just kind of like gets up, and his green that's kind of purling through his hair just bounces along as he goes over to another spot near a tree. Play away.
With fluid grace, Durango just bounces his way up a tree like a cat. And before you know it, he's perching on one of the higher branches, practically lounging luxuriously, his mandolin in his hands. And he launches into a performance.
Fiddler in the Woods.
Hey, Cole. You want to be the bait or you want me to be the bait? Because, I think that's what they're trying to do right now.
Hey, you're probably better at being a bit sneakier than I am, so...
Alright,
Wanna mind?
give a whistle if you need me.
And Ash is gonna go exact opposite of wherever Durango is, and find a nice perch. Gonna keep attention. Gonna try to stay hidden at the foliage, but also pay attention to any like animals, birds, or anything that are like they're getting spooked.
And what is Cole doing?
I think Cole is just gonna start like, I mean, he's got fairly heavy armor, and he's probably just gonna start practicing against a tree, just to, and making like, athletic style noise, and just kind of attacking and practicing at like a makeshift stump or target or something.
Okay. So as the sounds of Durango's lute playing seems to permeate throughout the woods, Ash, your vision is drawn suddenly to a rapid movement. About 60 feet away from you and the group, a large elk bounds out of the forest, breaking some trees in this massive beast as it just stands up and scans the camp from a stony outcrop about 60 feet away.
Gonna knock an arrow and just gonna keep observing it, and while not totally losing sight of what else is going on around me, keeping an eye on it. I remember that thing in the cart from the
And as soon as you knock the arrow, you draw it back. You watch as suddenly the elk begins to change and quiver. And you've seen this before. You've almost lived it. As you watch that shape sort of melt off of it and suddenly assume the form of a man. Tattered black robes shift and bellow in the wind. This hair wild and tangled, beard long, black, streaked with gray, and eyes crackling with eldritch power suddenly appears.
I'm gonna let out a whistle. I'm not gonna let out an arrow. I'm gonna let out a whistle. That's like very clearly signaling something's here.
He slams a wooden staff down on the ground as the lightning crackles overhead behind him. You think my magic has grown weak? Think again.
And we all hear this?
You all hear it as it shouts.
Okay. Tins is gonna
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, damn it.
We think his magic has grown weak, eh?
What am I doing? Rolling initiative. That's right.
Question is, has it?
Something's gonna say no.
Yeah, dog, that's what we're saying. You look like a bitch, dog. Come get it.
Got a weird stick. Fuck off.
This elk
Man.
motherfucker over here trying to...
Is that the best you could come up with? A deer?
Could have been a moose and you chose an elk, bitch.
What a bitch.
And this is how we die.
Yeah, no, this is it. This is it.
I mean, it's just a mage. You guys have fought teams of werewolves. What's the worst that could happen, right?
True.
Yeah.
I think this is our first like true magic.
It is. Well, I mean, unless you count what's his face.
Ooh, that's not great.
Roll the nat 19.
Well
I
done.
mean, all right. So Cole, as this figure slams and begins to it slams that staff down and begins to shout, you hear the whistle simultaneously. You look up, spear and shield already in hand. What are you doing?
About how far away is he from us?
60 feet. I mean, you can look at it right there. I think I put you guys where I felt was pretty good.
Oh, there he is. Okay, I see him now. I'm gonna have to zoom out of the camera. There we go. That's a little better. I'm gonna run up. Gonna move. This 30 feet forward. So we're gonna move. Game's paused. I can't move my character. There we go. 30 feet. So this way. Sort of using this shrub as a bit of cover and just yell out, "Mate, we don't need to do this." And I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself. And so yeah, the shield's out, and you see around the symbol of Lythander, so this bright pulse spread around the shield, and then go down Cold's arm and spread across the rest of his body. And that's my turn. Chuck's having a maestro moment.
Yeah, I can't tell if
Great,
he's
man. It's so good.
Fight music is a banger.
Like, turn down the ambient noise.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying. That's so sorry. I was having a bit of a technical difficulty there.
technical difficulties.
There we go. All right. Okay, so as he sees you approaching, Cole, he turns to you quickly, and as that eldritch power just crackling in his eyes, he turns and he swings the staff down towards you, and as he does, a bolt of lightning just fires outward.
Yep. That's what I thought. That's why I moved to the left, so I wasn't in anyone's line.
He's
Yeah.
so dead.
That is
He's so dead.
That's what I thought.
Ooh, that's an ouchies.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Yeah, this is not my forte.
Especially now with that DC.
Ah, it's a 10.
You get a bonus from your own aura? Or is that strictly everyone else?
I think that's strictly everybody else, but let
Nah,
me check.
it's you included. It says you and.
Oh, whenever a creature within 10 feet, the creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
Where's it at? Let me see.
So that'd be +3. It'd still hit. It still wouldn't clear the DC.
Ooh.
God.
Ooh.
You take 34 points of lightning damage
I sure do.
as this shriek of electrical energy just slams into you, and you watch it just rip through, and the ground, the trees, everything behind you just begins to sizzle and crack.
Yeah, you hear a slight sizzling noise
We hear,
from Cole. And Cole's still standing, but he's sort of like hunched over, and there's just a smoke rising from him.
Ah, that
Position himself there. All right, and that will end his turn. Durango.
So, Durango hops down from his tree and wanders himself out, with his arms outstretched. My friend, surely this is a misunderstanding. We do not come here seeking aggression. And he starts playing on the mandolin as he's speaking and casts Charm Person.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out for him.
Yeah, he as you go to, you cast it at third level now?
Yeah, third level.
Yeah. So as you go to cast the spell, you start to strum, and the music plays, and you weave those magical notes into it. And as it begins to extend out, you've done this many times, it just suddenly is severed as he waves a hand at you. I have no time for this. Weak. You
There's
cast
like
counter
this-
spell.
Slightest crack in Durango's composure, but he quickly regains himself. That's my turn.
All right, Tenzveta.
Tens will make his way over to our friend the paladin. He is in full spring today and was yesterday at the end of the day. He's gonna look at Cole and says, "Through the window again." And he's gonna smack him in the butt and use his face step to spring him forward 30 feet closer to the wizard. And as he does, he pulls out another marble, and that has like a little bit of a swirl, like a glass swirl on the interior. And he just says, "Sir, please relax. We're not trying to hurt you, but I will send people to kill you if you do lightning again. Yeah? Don't like it. Just wanted to talk. I don't think you're weak. That's why there's 4 of us." And he's gonna hold Fog Cloud. You're muted, so I don't know what you said.
Are you going intimidation or persuasion?
I'm trying to go for the persuasion.
All right, go for it.
24.
Not bad for a combat
He sort of
persuasion
looks
roll.
down at you, looks down at all of you. For just a moment, we're going to stay at initiative count.
I did send what's his face forward too, so he should be 30 foot forward from the spring face step. Cole. And I'd like to send him basically like here. I get to choose where he goes.
Where do you want him?
I want him here.
I don't see where here. Oh, there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 30 feet would be here.
What are you talking? Oh, I was looking at myself. Whoops.
Yep.
Wait, why did you send him over there? I'm talking about...
I see. I was looking at here. Your
I pinged all the way over
icons
here.
over here. I didn't even see the ping. I'm so sorry.
Come on.
Yeah, Jay, why would you do that?
Come on, Jay.
Like your Charles Baker thing was over here.
That's weird.
He looks at Cole, who just like stumbles in front of him. Still like crackling with electricity.
Yeah, here's a sacrifice.
Yeah, you just slapped my 3rd-degree burned ass, by the way. That felt great.
Begging for your lives already. Smart. Well, speak your devil's tongue.
That's my turn.
So we're just holding initiative order for a second. You have 24.
Okay.
So he's listening to you.
We just wanted to talk to the guy who was shooting lightning at fish. We're not. I think you're quite powerful. Yeah.
I know that I am quite powerful.
Oh.
I do not need your admission.
Sure. But I wanted to get. Could I pick your brain a bit? I have a few questions about a lot of
such
things.
thing to my brain.
Well, not literally.
Do you want the fish?
No, I want you.
Speak, elf. My patience grows thin.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. I don't mean to be quite so slow in my words. I'll speak a little bit quicker.
Shit.
Please, sir. We understand that there is a bit of an issue here in these lands, and you seem to be one of the most powerful entities here in these lands. And we're trying to gather all the powerful entities of said lands to potentially, maybe one day, usurp the idiot that runs the place.
Well, have you know I'm the most powerful entity in any land,
Yes.
including this one,
Yes.
wherever it is.
Well, not you, but the other, the one that lives on a hill in a castle with the fangs.
I knew it. He sent you, didn't he?
No.
You think I've grown weak?
No. That is the opposite of what I've said. We were not sent by anyone other than ourselves, and we would like to parlay potentially some work from, or maybe help us to get rid of the one that you seem to think thinks you weak. We would like you to help us kill him.
Sort of kneels down to you, Cole. He's still like your hair still standing straight up. Your friend makes no sense. Who are you?
It
Why have
really
you come
does.
to this domain?
Oh,
My kingdom.
well, we
wherever
didn't
it
mean to
is.
intrude.
Where is this?
We're not sure, to be honest. We heard it's called Barovia. Basically, you're stuck here with the rest of us, and we're trying to get unstuck. I would
I
love your help to do that.
am the great and powerful someone, and I do not get stuck anywhere I do not wish to be.
Okay, we'd still like your help because we're stuck here, even if you're not. And for us to get out, we've got to take out someone else. Would
If here is a place,
which it is.
Yes.
so you say, Where are you from?
Another place that's not here, which is also an actual place. It has a name.
Well,
It's called
that's
Kasata.
absurd. Any
I
place
know.
that's not here is another place.
Isn't that reality, though?
Kasata. I have
Yeah.
not heard Kasata in some time.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get back to, yeah? But it's hard because wherever we are ain't letting us leave.
Well, I suggest you go then. And go back to wherever it is not here that you belong. But I will
Hey.
suffer no more of these intrusions.
Hey, guy, we want your help because the other guy is saying that he's the most powerful, and like we'd heard you were, so we thought we'd better bring this to your attention because, like, I don't know, he's kind of being an asshole and's got everybody scared into thinking he's the best. We're like, nah, there's this wizard. He's like, he's the best, and nobody believes us. So, like, we're trying to come talk to you and tell you what's up.
Make a persuasion check.
I don't even want to know what the DC is on this one right now. It ain't that. It ain't a 12.
Vile tricks try to lure me into a trap.
No. We're not trying to lure anybody anywhere. We just want to talk and see if you could potentially help us become more powerful to get rid of the guy who thinks he's more powerful than you.
But he
You? How many lifetimes does an elf get?
Supposedly many, and I'm very young, so you could stop for a minute. You could go for quite some time with me.
Time. What time is it?
Approximately 8:39, somewhere
No.
in there.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Did we ever establish that?
Where's here?
1934. What? Where is here?
You all claim to know me, but I do not know you. Strangers sent to test my might.
No, we're not sent to test your might.
Then who am I?
I don't know.
Wait, no, we do. We do. What was the name on the tower?
Oh, fuck.
We know this.
He starts doing the
It
dance.
starts with a K.
Karn. Nope. That's not it. I don't know what I was writing there.
We know this.
Kaza.
Kaza! Dude, my buddy, my pal. Okay, you're really not my buddy,
Just
my
doing the
pal.
fucking Macarena.
That simpleton that served Strahd. I knew you were servants of Strahd's.
So you know Strahd?
Fight
That's
me
the one-
then. I dare you. Come
No.
for me.
We're not trying to come for you. All right? We are coming for you, but we're not coming for you in that manner. Look. Listen, friend. Okay, here we go. Let's start over. My name is Neyota. I am from far away. Another place. That's not this
Yes, everybody's
place.
from another place. We've established that.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad that we have this. I'm glad we have this rapport. Now then. Great. We have all established that we're not from here, then, yeah?
Not from here, but nobody knows where here is.
We do know where here is. Here is Barovia. Are you aware of Barovia?
I am not.
Well, now you are. Be aware of Barovia. Yeah? Maybe? We are in Barovia. That is the name of the
He
place
sort of
that we are.
scratches his beard for a moment.
Okay?
And if I am not aware of it, it cannot exist.
But yet you just shocked my friend.
Or you're lying. And he is not here. It is somewhere else.
I don't think we're gonna get anywhere trying to
You,
talk to him.
you were both correct and incorrect.
I am
in the
always
same
correct.
instance. No. Well, you're not entirely wrong. I can give you that much.
You can't be in the same instance and be in two different states.
Yes, which is why I'm saying you're not entirely
Neither
wrong.
of which is here.
Ash is gonna
Well-
shapeshift into the wizard and take his voice up and come up over the top and go,
Oh,
but you can be in the same
no.
place at the same time.
Oh no!
I feel like this is a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. This is such a bad idea.
Not you again. I told you to stay quiet.
I told you to stay quiet.
I don't have to listen to you. I am
But
me.
I'm the real me. You do have to listen to me.
You are not me. I am me.
No, I am me. You are you.
If I am me, then who am I?
I don't know. You keep asking me the same thing. I don't know who you are. I
I'm
know who I
gonna
am.
pop detect thoughts whenever he asks that question, and see if I can get the name of this fucker.
Oh, I can't breathe.
God damn.
Okay. So are you're doing a deep dive?
I mean, if I'm not getting it off the surface thoughts with him, like going back and forth with
No,
himself.
the surface is a jumble.
God.
And honestly, it is a maddening blur, and you actually wince at first as your mind touches this swarm of incredibly eldritch knowledge bouncing around simultaneously. And you can see him already formulating the spells and the components and everything he needs to completely eviscerate all four of you. The distances, the times, the casting speeds, the everything. At the same time, he's having this conversation with himself and you and trying to remember. And there's just this like fog of madness.
Oh, friend. And I'm going to deep dive into it a little bit deeper to see if I can catch his name anywhere. It's a DC 13. He's probably going to beat it, but. Yeah, that's what I thought. As he just kind of like, oh, God's friend. Ash, stop. You're just making it worse.
What?
He looks at Cole. Cole, do you have anything that could potentially clear this man's mind?
Actually,
Even if it's temporary.
Okay, I mean, I have a scroll of greater restoration, but it doesn't say anything about cleansing any sort of madness.
That might be, honestly, this might be the time to use it.
I'm looking to see if there's anything else more appropriate, but I've got a lesser restoration.
We could try lesser first to see if it works, and if it doesn't, the greater can. I don't know
The
that
lesser absolutely will not. That's for blind, deafen, paralyze, and poison. That's not going to touch anything.
What all does lay on hands do?
Lay on hands is just HP. I'm fairly certain.
No,
I use it to
doing
remove
5
conditions.
Hold on.
But what are the conditions?
You can alternately spend 5 hit points from your pool, to cure one target of disease or neutralize one of poison.
What are you guys
can
doing?
Disease. We could try and do a
No,
disease.
I'm gonna pop the greater restoration to see. I think that's probably our best bet.
Okay, so as soon as you go to take that scroll out. Tricks, I knew it.
No, sir, please.
Ha!
It's-
Fight me! And then, all right, back in initiative order. So go ahead, Ash.
So can I see him over this hill here, or is he like down behind this hill now?
Yeah, you can. You still have a good line of sight to him. He's
Okay.
up from you.
I'm gonna
higher
maintain
elevation.
I'm gonna maintain his form because I'm too focused on doing other stuff. And I fight you again. And I am gonna go ahead and use one of my arcane shots for grasping arrow. And let's roll a hit on that with the bow. For a 26.
It's a good roll.
26 hits, yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll damage.
So that's going to be 8 damage plus 2d6 and 3 poison.
Okay.
Let me just double check to make sure I got that. Take that back. Oh, no, it is poison. And then speed reduced. They have to make a DC strength save if they want to get out of them. Otherwise, movement reduced by 10 and 2d6 slashing damage anytime they move. And second shot, just a normal shot, is going to be a 19.
19 hits.
For 4 points of damage.
All right, as that first arrow lands, you can see he turns to you quickly and not expecting the arrow from you. It hits the ground, and those brambles reach up and grasp around him. The second one catches him hard in the arm. You can see the blood start to pool. He breaks it off like with this surprising stamina, and just continues to move forward. Well, that'll bring us to Cole.
We're fighting again.
I mean, you can still do what you were gonna do.
Yeah, I
I'm just saying
think
he wasn't just gonna let you start casting out of a scroll, you know.
right. Yeah. Fingers crossed that this is listed as a curse, because if not, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, I know. But it's worth a shot.
Oh, I take the. Because here's the thing: if I do this, his turn's next. I'm down to 25 hit points. If I don't heal myself right now, and he fires off another lightning bolt, I'm dead.
He could roll all ones.
I've got to heal myself. I'm sorry. I don't think the scroll's gonna work, and
I don't
got
think
to.
madness is.
Yeah, that's a mind effect. That's not. Yeah, that won't work.
You don't know. We don't know. It could be a curse. His mind is fucked.
We don't know, and therefore I'm gonna err on the side of caution. And
Tim's is disappointed.
yeah, yeah, I'll throw a scroll back in my pouch and just put my hand in my chest and cast Lay on Hands on myself. Oh, and is Shield of Faith a concentration? I think it is.
It is. Yeah.
All right, I gotta roll a concentration to see if I was able to maintain it.
Conk.
Constitution, yeah.
Conk.
No, that goes away. Yeah. Yeah, 30 points of healing, lay on hands on myself. And I think this is a bonus action. It is. Like, all right, Mike, I didn't want to do this. And you see, coming from the spear, this sort of sickly dark green swirl coming out of it. And I'm gonna use my Channel Divinity to channel Poison Strike as a bonus action. And that's my turn.
All right. So seeing so he's been essentially got the entangled now in those roots, holding onto his from that entangle shot. All right. So the first thing he's going to do is get out of that. And you see he just suddenly vanishes. And then poof, reappears right in between you and Tensveta. Behind you, you spin quickly, and you see just as he begins to cast again, Tensveta, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. This guy's a decent level. Come on, buddy.
You can do it.
Nah.
I cannot. I got a 12.
It's a 12. So you watch as Tensveta suddenly
Wait, no.
turns into a small rabbit. Big floppy ears.
Green. Green is the green is the grass.
Better this way, no?
Wait, hold on. Let me check something.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Keep going.
That is the end of his turn. So Durango.
I don't want to know what this is that you're laughing about.
I do, but I don't.
Curious but concerned, like so much of our gaming time. Um, So as the wizard reappears, Durango's already hard at work on his mandolin, and the air around him explodes into psychedelic insanity.
At level 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Again, you go to strum at your lute again, and he just waves a hand. Silly. Counterspell.
It's silly. Oh,
Seeing
I
his
love this
failure,
again.
Durango is going to heroically reposition. And that's my turn.
All right, that'll take us to Ash. Oh, Tensveta, I'm sorry. Tensveta the hare.
The telepathic feat does not require an action or a bonus action to speak telepathically, and it only means that they have to know a language that I know, which is common.
Mm-hmm.
I still have detect thoughts up technically,
Okay.
but I have the wisdom of a bunny
Okay.
and the intelligence of a bunny. So,
Do you need me to make that happen for you?
nah, it's cool.
I feel like we should do it though, just because I think it'll be funny.
What, like the actual stats of that, of that? Because I know what I'm gonna do. He's going to telepathically speak to the madman
Mm-hmm.
and hop towards it and just say, in his tiny little rabbit Ten's voice, I want some food. Can I have some food? I love some food. Please. Please. And I can read his mind while I'm doing it still. And I'm definitely going to dig deeper. So I need a wisdom saving throw from him. DC 13, or I'm getting deep thoughts.
My God.
Okay. The question there is as a rabbit, Do you know common?
It's not about the skills of the rabbit in that case, because it's only the mental stats. It's the languages I know as a person. It's a matter of whether or not I understand anything that I'm getting.
I see. I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it, but I see it. This whole time, I'm just trying to buy myself time. So I could turn you into a rabbit for real.
I think there's a tool for that.
Oh, there is a tool. I just needed
I don't.
to find it.
If you could give me
Oops.
the rights to use the polymorpher, I could use it.
I got it right here. And watch in real time as I pull a rabbit out of my hat.
But
So you need a wisdom saving throw, DC
Yeah,
13, eh? Okay.
Not the greatest.
Beautiful. All right. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, wisdom save, sure. I don't even know if he can fail. Yeah, there we go. 24. How's that?
It's a natural one, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I just, just for stream's benefit, look, here's the bunny.
Just a little cutie baby.
Little rabbit.
Yeah, he just says, food, please. Food, please.
Adorable. That's the only thing you get. That's his only thought. Amidst the madness and still thinking, how am I going to kill the rest of them? What's the funniest way?
I only have the escape action. Dumb.
Ash.
Seeing the rabbit appear where Tens was, or however that works, Ash is gonna shout out, "Rabbit, that's the best you could do!" And I'm gonna go ahead and launch off 2 more arrows at him. Nat 20.
Woo!
Rabbit is a
28.
classic bitch, by the way. 28 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Now you're just being mean.
Only 10 points of damage for that. We're gonna do the second arrow, just normal. At 11.
That is going to miss.
Please roll below a 10 on your concentration check on polymorph.
And I'm gonna go ahead and do action surge,
Okay.
and that's gonna be 2 more arrows.
Yeah, polymorph dissipates.
As he just appears at his feet, he's food.
That was upsetting.
Sorry.
27.
Don't worry, we'll have you fixed in no time.
It is quite comfortable being a rabbit.
Additional 8. Does action surge give me another attack, or is it just one additional action? So with my action surge, I get 2 more shots, or just the 1?
You get both of them.
Okay. So 4th and final arrow of this turn for 20.
20 hits, yeah.
For 9 additional.
All right. So yeah, you just fire arrow after arrow after arrow, just rapid firing. Now you watch Tensveta suddenly reappear as the wizard is distracted. I told you to stay quiet.
Never. You can't even hold a rabbit together.
All right. Is that end your turn?
That'll end my turn. Yeah.
This is the best
Goal.
Strahd encounter.
Cole's gonna run up behind him, just yelling, "We have to do this, mate!" And yeah, that's a measure. I want to move behind him. And yes, I'm gonna attack. Since he's engaged with 10s, do I get advantage on this?
I think 10s would technically be. I mean, I'll give it to you. He's within 5 feet. I don't know if he's engaged, but sure.
Okay.
He has not pulled out his sword.
They're totally free to hit.
23 hits. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. So that's 12 points of damage. And then, if I'm reading this correct, the poison, you take poison damage immediately after the attack. It's equal to 2d10 plus your paladin level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so that's 5 plus 6, or 20 plus your paladin level if you have advantage on the roll. So it's 25 points of poison damage.
Jesus.
No, so that's the part I didn't. I said no.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. All right, so that is
That's the one part about that
Yeah.
Oathbreaker UA that is broken is that
all right.
auto.
Yeah,
crit
that's amazing.
thing.
Yeah, so that's 11 points of poison damage then, because
Yep.
it was 5 plus my and I can throw a smite on top of this, right?
Yep.
Smite.
First or second level?
Just the first level.
Boo. Go big or go home.
That's 4 damage radiant. And now I'm gonna use my extra attack. 14 to hit.
14 misses.
That's what I thought.
So yeah, as you unleash this devastating strike from behind, and like the snake almost the spear almost coils like a snake and strikes out like that like a fang as the poison causes this wound to just start to fester immediately as it strikes through. He turns, and for the second one, he just puts his what looks like to you should be a killing blow. Like you're aimed right for it. It's just an old man, right, in robes, but the staff just boom, just like comes out of nowhere and just like blocks and stops, and the spear just sort of catches on it. His eyes just crackle again with energy. You think you can break my body? My spirit cannot be broken.
We don't want to do any of this, mate. Stop fighting.
And as you say that, the words start to come out of your mouth, and you watch the trees around you. You can see now in your vision, it's clear, this leaf that is falling due to the weather. And it's just slowly drifting down.
Oh,
And even the words that are coming out of your mouth begin to slow to a complete stop. The trees stop swaying, the crickets stop chirping, everything in that moment, in that instant, stops. And in a blink, your eyes open. Again, like it's like a quick dream. And he's gone.
Where'd he go? What happened? That was the rabbits. Tins is going to reach out with his detect thoughts to see if he detects anyone.
What's the range?
I want to say it's only like 30 feet.
Yeah, nothing.
He's just gonna go sprinting through the woods, just frantic, running through the woods, trying to find anything. Full movement, dash movement, and bonus action dash. So 90 feet in 6 seconds, just running as fast as he can. And
Yeah,
and
just
ending
darting
it.
through the woods. You don't. Nothing.
He stops middle of the woods, hits his knees, and just screams in frustration as every single inch of green there is in his hair immediately turns to bright red as he just goes full summer screaming.
All right. So as you watch this display, all of you watch this display as Tenzved is voraciously hunting through the woods and then stops and screams, his hair bursting into that bright red color of summer. That's where we're going to end it this week and pick up next week. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for another episode of Curse of Strahd. They did finally buy the dress. It only took 3 episodes. But we got there.
By George.
And yeah, it was just hunting down these side quests, trying to get that completion percentage. So I appreciate it. But thank you, everybody, for sticking in there with us. We are going to go ahead and end with our dice giveaway tonight. Are we super excited?
I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Gremnik dice. I haven't even seen them yet. I have not even seen them yet.
Sound cover for me. It's going to take a couple minutes.
It's gonna take a couple minutes.
What all we
Oh,
got
good.
coming up
You
here,
have them?
JD?
Yeah, I'm just loading everything up.
Okay,
I would just
cool.
like
I gotta get the list and everything in. What do you want to say?
I just wanted to say that it was. You guys invited me to play this. I never thought I'd be arguing as a mad wizard against himself. And it's one of the most enjoyable experiences I've ever had playing D&D.
That was
That
hilarious.
was phenomenal.
That was pretty good. That was pretty funny.
And if somebody hasn't already clipped it, I'm gonna go back and find it because that was fantastic.
So you have a few more minutes to spend your elf eggs. We're gonna do the game giveaway first while Jay is getting together his end of things. So you got a few more minutes. The cost of a follow, 300 elf eggs. That can potentially get you a Steam game tonight. What are we giving away? Ben?
Tonight,
Tetris.
Ryan, we're giving away a copy of Tetris RTX, and I am not going to go through the spiel I went through at the beginning of the episode. Don't worry. Felt like I was pushing it a little bit tonight, boys. Are we going to get canceled or what?
Yeah,
No, we're good.
That was a
We
very
have-
topical comment. Don't you worry. Very,
Maybe
very
a little
kind.
too topical, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, man, hey, man.
So yeah, we're gonna give that out tonight. Let's see. Just entering in everyone's names.
Yeah. So if you don't have anything else going on Monday night, join us tomorrow night for A Sinner's Dream, a noir campaign that I'm running with a bunch of bumblefucks, including JD over here, where they are trapped inside of a phylactery in a kind of 40s-esque noir campaign. It's things are a little weird. It's great. It's wonderful. And the people that we have on that game are fantastic, just like these guys here. So I guarantee you, if you have nothing else going on tomorrow night, come join us. I run that one. Let's see. We've got Plastic Cougar going on Thursday nights. That is, what is that? Scum and Villainy, where a bunch of dope fiends, punk rock band members fly from gig to gig, doing their best to destroy pretty much everything along their path, doing as many best amphetamines as possible. And
You should see the track listing.
It's really great. It's hilarious. I listen to it before they go off and do other things. Because it's crazy.
All right,
Really
so
great.
just rolled for the game giveaway, Steam game. Darth Educatus, you get yourself some Tetris. So congratulations. You know the deal by now.
Coming at you, bud.
Dude, I used to, there was a Tetris Worlds game for PS2 that was absolutely amazing. It was one of my favorite games of the PS2 era, hands down.
Tetris holds up so well.
Not
Been through so many
Just
incarnations.
the Power Glove version of the Tetris song. I mean, fuck me
Oh,
up,
yeah.
Sam.
well, look, I mean, listen.
It was my ringtone for a long time.
The people that
back when
like
people did that.
made the Tetris worlds, made them like each individual shape into a person, like with eyes. It's bewildering. 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's great. It's one of my favorites.
Okay, so that's that. Jay, are we just about good on the dice giveaway? We got something. Oh yeah, we got to have somebody roll for the raid as well. For those who are new here, we have one of the members roll, and we raid somebody based off of the dice roll.
Am I ready? I'm sure ready. So why don't we have Jay? Yeah, it was great tonight. Why don't you go ahead and roll the raid for us? I know you're always the guy that rolls, but I'm okay with it. And as for our winner, I just posted it in the Discord. Congratulations, Faulty 81.
Hey,
You have won the our March Gremnick dice. So we will be reaching out to you. I know you're in Discord. We're gonna reach out, get your address, get those shipped out to you. Super excited for that. Congratulations. Yeah, where we headed, Jay?
19 was the roll.
Perfect. Well, guys, listen, this month again, we're going to do I don't have anything yet. I will have them hopefully for our stream tomorrow. On what we're doing with Dice Envy. Of course, if you guys want to pick up some new dice and you want to check out Dice Envy stuff, you can help Neg2 out, help the channel out by doing /Neg2 at the end. I believe Ryan posted the link earlier. Go check out their dice, even if you want to just give them a good look. And we will kind of figure out what that giveaway is going to look like. But we got a bunch of big stuff. I mean, Ryan and I have been talking about things for the past 2 weeks about some cool things we're going to be coming out with in the next couple of weeks. So should be really fun. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate all the support. So congratulations again, Faulty, Darth, for your wins tonight. And yeah, where are we headed?
we're gonna check out Adrian Driggs. I can't even speak. Adrian Driggs, who's playing a D&D OOTA cosplay session. So get some cosplayers.
Ooh,
Love it.
going back
Appreciate the
to-
cosplay, guys. Let's go be loud. Let's be proud. Let's be supportive. Make some new friends. And we'll see all of you tomorrow. Maybe.